my city. They say it's gonna be a big hit. I'm gonna become a big star.
For the very best in music, information, entertainment, and education, stay locked onto Unicool Radio International, 103.5 FM.
Hey princess, I'm so into you, cause you see past what my revenue is and love me for me. Clever you, leave you, that is something I would never do. Other girls just wanna get rich quick. See them running things like Olympics. Married men chopping them like biscuits. They're fast food girls, they're fish sticks. But what we have is so realistic. There's no forming, girl, no film tricks. I know go chop outside, no picnics. Cause you and I are above the statistics. It don't matter if I got ego. We got something we can build on Lego. And even if your friends don't say so, what do they know? What do they know?
Whether I want million, baby you got me, baby you got me. Whether I want naira, whether I want million, baby you got me, baby you got me. You're the only one that I see, that I see, that I see. Mona whether or not you get money, get money, get money. I stay with you if you stay with me, stay with me, stay with me.
Yeah, if you stay now, follow chop kwa kwa. When I'm living by the bay, Takwa. Friends with Oprah and Obama. Guess who gon' be my baby mama? And my wifey, precisely. Cause you loving me when nobody likes me. And you feeling me when nobody hype me. So when the money come, you gon' be beside me. You're a diamond, you're priceless. A lot of girls shine, you the brightest. If you ever try to leave me like this, I'll follow you like 3 blind mice. So here's my proposal, baby. Love me though the money is a maybe. And if your friends say that you crazy, what can they see? What can they see?
Whether I want million, baby you got me, baby you got me. Whether I want naira, whether I want million, baby you got me, baby you got me. You're the only one that I see, that I see, that I see. Mona whether or not you get money, get money, get money. I stay with you if you stay with me, stay with me, stay with me.
You know I love you, honey. If no be situation, if say I had some money, or better occupation. Anywhere you want to go, we go fly. Everything you say you want, I'm gon' buy. Just to show you, baby girl.
One Naira by M.I. Abaga and Waje. Good morning. Good morning, Malabites and Malabarses. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, friends and foes. Good morning, mommies and daddies. You're tuned into Unico 103.5 FM, the only station that offers you the best of education, information, and of course, entertainment 360. We love to call it Edu Infotainment. Time check is 31 minutes past the hour of 7. How are you feeling this morning? It's a beautiful Thursday morning right here in the beautiful city of Calabar. The date for today is the 21st day in the month of May 2026. I think this is the time that May is beginning to be fast, because when May started, it was really, really slow, but now I think it's picking up the pace and it's moving very, very fast. How are you feeling this morning? How was your night? How did you sleep? I hope that you had a very restful night. It was a cold night yesterday. I don't know about your end, but for my end, it was very cold, very comfortable night. I slept well. I woke up hale and hearty. I woke up, feeling energetic and really excited to talk to you this morning. So, how did you wake up? How did you sleep? I hope that you slept good. I hope that you woke up feeling energetic. I hope you woke up feeling very optimistic and very positive about today. Today's Thursday, and like you already know, it's the throwback edition of the Morning Buzz right here on Unico 103.5 FM, the only station that offers you the best of education, information, and of course, entertainment 360. We love to call it Edu Infotainment. My name is Igwe Vine Henshaw, but you can call me Spice of the Airwaves, and I'm your morning companion right here on the Morning Buzz. I'm here to ensure that you have the very best time this morning with the best of education, information, and of course, entertainment. I'm here to escort you literally as you go about your day, whether you're going to work, going to school, going for running errands, going to the markets, doing whatever. I'm here to escort you. I'm here to give you a very, very good time. As you already know, I don't do the show alone. I do this with amazing people, and together we're going to ensure that your morning starts off on a very, very good note. I have Sharon and Obi Thompson in the studio, and together you're going to have an amazing time live on radio. Good morning, guys, and welcome once again on the show. How are you feeling today?
Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Thompson. Good morning to everyone tuned in. I'm feeling good. I'm okay. Although I feel like I need to clear my airways because Kata has helped me stay there. I feel like that's why I'm talking like this. It's
Hmm.
not clear. I need to clear my throat.
Was the night cold at your end?
No, it was just normal.
Did you sleep directly under the fan?
With which light?
Oh, sorry.
It was no light. There's a schedule.
Mm.
Aside.
I think there's a schedule that is unspoken. It's more like we know it, but we don't talk about it.
So they will bring lights in the night. In the night like this now. Like today now, they're going to bring lights in the night. We'll not carry it over till tomorrow and then keep it till evening
And then
and take
it disappears. Yes.
Then the next day without lights till evening, like that, as I was going. As I was going. So yesterday
I think it was only
no
one
lights.
area that happened. So sometimes they might decide to do it, make it 2 days, right? When you see the light for 2 days, just prepare yourself. The next 2 days,
you ain't gonna see nothing.
you will not see any light.
And for it is that somebody will come and stay in your house for a while, and then the person wants light, and you'll be like, they will not bring light now. And then
It's
the
more
person
like
be looking at you
like you walk with them.
the person be looking at you like, what are you saying?
Hmm.
You get, because I went to visit my aunt, and she was telling me that I do not bring light by this time, do not bring light by this time. I was not looking at her. Why are you jinxing it?
Do you have a suitor there that's giving you this information?
Yo, but like there's a schedule now. Now we know when there will be electricity and we know when there will not be electricity, which is
And
not
the
supposed
thing
to
is,
be.
that's the thing. We just accept it because
Yeah.
for us here, it's more like half bread is better than puff puff at the end of the day. So
Abi?
if there's a shadow, fine. As long as
Wow.
we see light once in a while,
Write that
we're
down, write
good.
that down.
There's just there's just this complacence, right? We just accept it because
Yeah.
here we just say at all nine bad pass, so we just accept it. But it's not supposed to be so. Electricity is something that is very important. It's
Yes,
a basic
exactly.
amenity, and I don't think there should be any form of rotation or alternation. Nothing like
Well,
that.
for-
We should
for
have
us-
electricity all the time.
For us, for the past 3 weeks, we actually had steady electricity supply. So we thought it's because
How
of
dare you guys?
we thought
Stay-
it's because of
see where
the
it's staying
the
now.
new minister of power. So we thought things have
You are
changed.
paying.
Not until day before yesterday, and then all through the night we didn't have, and then yesterday we didn't have. Today we've not had. We've not even seen a flash. So now we're asking, has the minister resigned and all of that? So
You went to go and buy a power bank. Don't worry.
Jesus.
He went to go and buy power bank. It's possible that maybe he's trying to test the solar panel in Abuja, in Aso Rock, and then after that, we're going to have the heat
You know,
of
for-
it all.
The
Yeah.
former minister of power, everywhere he went with the power bank.
With the power bank, yeah.
That goes to show you that
Even the
him-
former vice president of Nigeria, talking about Osibanjo, yeah, I could remember one of the trip that he went outside and then he was with power bank all over him. And so people were asking, what kind of phone are you using that you need to be walking around with a power bank? You know, and most of our ministers, most of our governors, our senators, that's what they do. They walk around with power banks.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, I think we've come to that point where we cannot trust the electricity suppliers because
Yeah.
when you see lights for 3 days, okay, 4 days. Mm.
Yeah,
And
we're so
you-
worried. We're
that's
so
the thing,
worried.
You become very
Three
uncomfortable.
good weeks.
I
3 good weeks. We
remember-
had light, and then everyone was
Wait,
like,
you
"What
had light
is?"
straight.
Yeah, yeah.
For
we
3
had
weeks,
steady
I would
light.
be scared. I
All of us
promise
got
you.
scared. Yeah.
I would be scared.
That was
I
what
would
happened.
think the world is about to end.
Honestly.
Yeah, that's why I started by saying that we thought probably the new minister have come to test, I don't know, the wires or cables in our street, because like 3 straight week we had light uninterrupted, and I was like, are you really serious? This is
I
happening
would be so
in Calabar
scared.
South, for crying out loud.
I would be so
I was
scared,
like, no.
honestly.
Well, trust me, but
You know
we'll
that
be
kind
fine.
of fear that you're scared for, for the moments, but you're bracing yourself up for the next
Yeah.
maybe 1 year of no electricity.
Nigeria, if you do not have a power bank, sorry for yourself.
That's,
Because
I think that's one
So
essential.
it means what
in
you're trying to say
Nigeria.
is that we have used our December light in May. Is that what you're saying?
I think you guys have used your because
it's
our own we are
possible.
still,
we are still.
we are still giving us small
Yeah.
low.
Oh, shame,
You
please.
can't even give me the
Let's
small self,
let's not
so
even.
that I will know
Honestly,
what I'm doing.
It got to a point where we start begging them that rather than keeping us 2-3 days without you give us 3 days straight and then 2 days off. No,
Just
give us
share it
1
small,
day in,
small.
1 day
1 day
in, 1
out.
day out.
That we understand.
Separate.
It's fine. So we'll manage that. But when for the past 3 weeks when we had steady light, everybody in the street were very afraid. That something is wrong somewhere. It's either the person who turned on that stuff either didn't come back, or he locked that place and traveled, or the person was coming from that street.
I honestly wonder how the electricity in Nigeria goes. What's the explanation? Because people will be like, it's dam, it's from the dam, it's hydroelectric power, and what have you. But I actually want to know, get a full-on explanation on how electricity in Nigeria works.
Go to their head. Go to a grid, the national grid.
Because
go
actually,
there.
when I was this, I thought they used to turn it on and turn it off.
Well, they do.
Really?
Yeah, they do. They do turn it on and turn it off.
But
We
like
have a
for-
substation at Main Gate. Yeah, that's a substation that also regulates some parts of Calabar South or within this area.
So if they give light for
electricity, yeah.
long, it will blow something.
Well, I begin to wonder.
I need explanation now. I feel like some people still need this point of explanation because they said it's dam. That if rain falls like a lot, there'll be
So the thing
more
is,
light.
I believe that there is a particular amount of power allocated to a particular area, and when you use it up, that's it.
Oh really?
Mm.
Wow. So what's
Sounds like
stopping
an
us from...
airtime.
Exactly. That's just the best way to explain it. That's
What is
the best way.
what is stopping them from doing better in terms of power? There are a lot of ways to generate power,
Mm.
basically. So
I was
what's stopping them from-
going through Lemna one time, and you know that there's a very massive open dump at Lemna.
Mm.
The kind of heat that emanates from that place. Other countries are using waste
Yeah.
to
Generate
generate
power.
but for us, it's just we have so much waste in
We don't used to-
Calabar alone.
we don't used to emulate that
In
one.
Calabar alone, there's so much waste. When you go to Lemna, you know what I'm talking about. There's so much waste. The kind of heat that emanates from that place, you can tell that you can use this, to generate electricity. But
We don't learn the good things. We learn the bad things.
there's this boy on social media. I've forgotten his name, but he has a lot of views and lots of comments. He does innovative stuff. I saw this boy use carton to make washing machine. I saw him use what's it called now? Use plastic containers to make a blender. And I'm like, what's the Minister of Innovation, doing about this? Because when you see talents like this, what you're supposed to do is, groom them, equip them with the things that they need so that they can make other innovations in the country, and at the end of the day it's going to benefit us as a people. But nobody's saying anything about it. He does a lot of bizarre things on social media. You would see these things and think, wait, what? He has done a washing and it worked with just cartons and a few wires and all of that. He did a washing machine with a washing tube and a spinning tube. He
Yeah.
also did a blender that actually worked.
Yeah. So
And you see things like that, and you wonder what the government are doing, because they're supposed to be on the lookout for talents like this, for innovations like this, but they're not doing anything
I
about
am
it.
wondering who is wondering what is happening in Nigeria because, yeah, there's one of these our leaders who said you have to doubt your doubts first before you could doubt, what you study and all of that. Because if you look at the situation in Nigeria, trust me, you don't need to wonder why these guys are not actually looking out for all of these talents. We talked about recycling. If you look around even in our school environment, you could see that there was this time we initiated a plan to have a recycle plant in the University of Calabar. But along the way, I wouldn't can tell what actually happened, why that particular project was not actually actualized. But there again, we had Lagos State who were also part of that team, but they had theirs, actualized. And you could look at the whole of South South. We do not have recycling plants. But here we talked about waste to energy, talking about the WTE, which of course in many nations or continents we're seeing how this is playing out properly. If you look at there are also another biodiversity kind of innovative ideas that a lot of persons are doing. They dig pits within, even use their own latrine to generate energy,
Mm.
and also generate, cooking gas and all of that. So I don't know. This is why sometimes I keep questioning courses like the engineering. We'll keep questioning courses, pertaining to sciences and all of that. What exactly are they doing? Is it just to attend these particular courses and then come out to seek for white collar jobs?
But at
That
the
is
end of the day,
just
if
probably
this,
the
if these
dream
students
because
are not
we're not
well
seeing
equipped in the
it
classes,
innovatively. Yeah.
if they're not well equipped in the classes, because we've come to realize that some of these practical courses that are supposed to be purely practical, you go to school and it's just theoretical. What
Okay.
then do you expect the student to use that information to do? As much as I believe that theory is also good, but there are some courses that are better when it's hands-on experience, when it's practical. With that, you can get the best out of the students. But when you just like a course like mechanical engineering, and every day the students are in class, there's no practical. It's just come, lecture notes, and that's all. And you expect them to come up with innovative ideas? Really? You cannot give what you don't have. At the end of the day, that's just it. You cannot give what you don't have. But anyway, let us know this morning, what is the light situation in your area? Is there light? Is there a schedule for lights? Is that you guys have light one day in, one day out, or you're like Thompson that had light for 3 weeks straight? I'm scared for you, my brother. But let us know 0809 4444058. I'll take that again 0809 4444058. You can send an SMS to that number or send a WhatsApp message to that same number, and we'll take it right here on the show. Let us know what the light situation in your area is. How are you feeling this morning? Where are you listening to us from? 0809 4444058. I'll take that again 0809 4444058. You can send an SMS to that number or send a WhatsApp message to that same number, and we'll take it right here on the show. We're going back to the music right now, and I'll leave you in the hands of Fowls and Simi. This one says Foreign. Do not move away from your radio set. We'll be back before you know it.
For the very best in music, information, entertainment, and education. Stay locked onto Unicool Radio International 103.5
weather, but
I
for
was so
some reason,
pained.
for
Sorry,
some
sorry, AG baby,
reason,
but I was pained that they did not end up together. But I still love the chemistry with
oh, they
them.
had great
Yeah.
chemistry, amazing
But she
chemistry.
still had chemistry with, Adekunle Gold. So we're good. We're good. And then
That's arguable.
produce beautiful children, Jesus. And his daughter has this accent that is so sweet. Like that, oh no. This one they took out time and
There was
trained.
somebody online that alleged
Mm.
that their first daughter is actually not Adekunle Gold's, allegedly not Adekunle Gold's child.
I feel like
And
at
I
this
told
point,
myself I think there's something in prison that people actually enjoy. That's the thing, because I don't see any reason why you would come on social media and just say things carelessly without actually having solid proof or evidence. So I believe people just enjoy prison these days.
Yeah, it is because a lot of persons just feel like the life between outside of prison and the prison it's almost the same. So probably that side.
people are looking at American prison and thinking that
So no, if not, there are some certain things you shouldn't even think about in the first place. Knowing very well that we talk about cyber crimes, we talk about cyber
Defamation of
defamation of
character.
character, and all of that, the crimes and the punishments involved in it, and people still decide to. Well, no matter what it is, the freedom you just at least that freedom you just deliberately walk from your own room to buy something from a nearby shop and come back, or
you
even
don't know
borrow
what
salt
freedom
at your
is
own will. It's
until
good. It's good enough than staying in a confined area where you will not have those kind of privileges.
aside that, people have strength though. Like people honestly have strength. You don't finish dealing with your life. You don't finish dealing with the wahala in your life. You want to go and put yourself beside people that are already well to do.
Well, that's the thing about social media. As long as you have data, people just feel like, okay, I have data.
And type.
I can type anything. I can
And you
have
have
opinions.
smartphones.
I have a smartphone.
And you
I'm-
have
I am-
enough
I'm on
storage.
Twitter. I'm on
Storage
Twitter. I'm on
capacity.
Instagram. I am on TikTok. So I have the leverage to just say whatever I want to say, and that's it. But people don't know that there is actually consequences for the things that you say, especially when you cannot prove these things. There are consequences. So recently, Adekunle Gold just sent somebody to prison
Yeah.
for alleging that what was the allegation again? I'm trying to
Her
remember.
daughter died of a red disease.
Yes, his daughter.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Just imagine something like that. You
Yo,
would,
if
you would
I was a
spread
parent-
false news about somebody.
If I was that child's parent, I would be so scared.
Mm,
Like, because it's for me, I was take it to the point that somebody's actually planning the
to
death
kill, yeah.
of this particular child, because it took the time. You're so creative enough. You took the time to actually come up with a red's order and say this is what I'm like.
Imagine if you invested that time in something that would actually benefit you
You
financially
get?
or maybe intellectually.
Oh my god,
It's very sad. Anyway, we're moving straight to the next segment of the show, which is the weather forecast segment. Like you can already tell, the weather is very gloomy outside, and there's a possibility that it's going to rain this morning. Now, today in Calabar will be mostly cloudy with periods of rain, especially from afternoon onward. Temperature will stay warm and humid throughout the day. Now, in the morning from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m., conditions will be mainly cloudy, mild, with light showers possible in some parts. Temperature will range from 24 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius. The rain chance will be around 30 to 40%. Now, practical tip is morning activities are mostly safe, but keep something light for rain. Showers may pop up briefly. Now, in the afternoon from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., conditions will be cloudy with periods of rain and a higher chance of thunderstorms. Temperature will range from 24 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. The rain chance will be around 60 to 75%. Now, the practical tip for the afternoon is expect disruptions. If you're moving around town, plan for delays. Roads may get slick or waterlogged in some areas. Now, in the evening from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., conditions will be cloudy, damp with lingering showers. Temperature will range from 25 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius. The rain chance will be around 50 to 60%. Now, the practical tip for the evening is a good time to stay indoors. If you must go out, carry an umbrella. Drizzle or light rain still likely. Now, the general summary for the whole day, the temperature will range from 24 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. Now, the rain chance throughout the day, high throughout the day, strongest in the afternoon and in the evening. Now, the general advisory expects a wet, humid day. Plan ahead for rain, especially from midday onward. And there you have it. That is the weather focus for you this morning, right here on the Morning Boss. Ensure that you plan your day accordingly. Step out with an umbrella. At this point, I don't think you should even remove an umbrella from your bag. Ensure that every time you're stepping out, there's an umbrella in your bag. Right now, whenever I am repacking my bag, or I'm trying to clean my bag or something, declutter my bag, I don't even touch my umbrella. It's there. It's like it has a permanent space in my
Space.
bag. So ensure that you step out with an umbrella. If you wear raincoats, you can as well do that. I hated raincoats so much. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I hated it. Like, for some reason, it did not just make sense to me. It never made sense to me. But my parents made me do that when I was, in nursery school. You hang your bag, then wear the
Wear the
raincoat
raincoat on
over
it.
your bag. Oh, it was so annoying, and it came in really annoying colors. It's even now that we have really fancy, especially for ladies, we have very fancy.
Annoying. It wasn't annoying.
The colors were really annoying.
It was cute
Green,
to me then.
green,
Oh, I had a pink one.
gray.
I had
Oh,
a pink one actually. A
really?
pink Hello Kitty one. I remember it.
Oh,
Yeah, I passed
I
it
think
down to my
you were
little
one of
cousins.
the lucky ones.
Yes.
Well, I think that goes a long way when they say my father made me coat of many colors. So it's just mine was just
With
as
a
better as
pink.
that. But well, yeah, this morning I saw a lot of children also putting on that, to
I feel like they're
school.
putting
And
more of nylon on now. Because before our own was like, I think they call it tarpaulin,
Tarpaulin,
right?
yes.
That's how our own was. My brother's one was I think Ben 10.
Mm,
Yes, Ben 10 if I can remember correctly. There was another one he also had. Was hair. It was Winnie the Pooh.
yeah,
We had in different cartoon characters, so it was kind of interesting for us to actually carry it. And it came in pouches. Like
mm,
it was not your run down Nigerian raincoat. It came. It was foreign. I think we were given by one of our uncles. So
mm.
it had a pouch that
Okay.
you keep it inside. When you finish, you fold it properly and keep it inside the pouch so that it can fit properly inside your bag. That's how my own was. That's why when you say the raincoat was so I cannot relate. Although I didn't like the fact that I had to put it over my bag.
That's cute. I cannot relate. That's very
Yeah.
cute.
mhm.
Anyway, plan your day accordingly. If you wear raincoats, ensure that you go out to the raincoats, rain boots,
Rain
an
boots.
umbrella. Just ensure that you go out prepared because, there's a possibility that it's going to rain all through the day. Well, 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 that's much can take on the weather focus segment. We're going back to the music. When we come back, we're going to move straight to the exchange rate segment. I'll leave in the hands of Style Plus. This one says Olufumi. Do remember that this is a throwback edition of the Morning Bus Show, and we're throwing it all the way back from that short music break. That was Style Plus with Olufumi. Oh my
A
goodness. Take
beautiful
me back.
classic,
Take
Mhm.
me
honestly.
Yeah,
back.
I just remember back then those days. Yeah,
Oh,
without that
Thompson, you know
track,
this.
man,
Anyway, of course you will.
you.
No, I'm actually shocked that you guys actually know Yoruba songs.
Excuse me.
No
How
vex.
dare you?
I
Sorry.
don't
How
understand.
dare you?
Sorry, no
This
vex.
song was a big song in Calabar. Like
Mhm.
when you attend
Yeah.
birthday parties, it was a big song. Trust
Yeah.
me, it was a very big song. Anyway, like I said, it's a throwback edition of the Morning Buzz, and we're throwing it all the way back. We're ensuring that we give you those tunes that you listen to while growing up, those tunes that made waves back in the day. Right now, time check is 8 o'clock on the DOT, and we're moving straight to the next segment of the show, which is the exchange rate segment. And Obi Thompson will take us through that segment of the show. Obi Thompson, take it away.
Okay, so welcome to that segment of the Morning Boss Show where we bring to you, the price. Yeah, I went to go get something yesterday around one of the big shops in town, but guess what? I was told, well, it's no longer selling, what it was selling before, and I said, no problem, no problem. So I was going to go plan myself again and return back to get
Sharon,
this
have you noticed
particular
that Thompson
item.
Thompson has this very subtle pride that it's very hard to notice, but it's there. You say now one of the big shops in town. It is well. You go to the big
So
shops in
that's why I
town.
said you wanted to buy rice, bag of rice.
Very subtle pride. It just creeps in, and nobody else notices.
It's
But
alright.
I
When-
see you.
when-
I
when I-
see through you.
When I went to buy egg, and then I told the woman, this is what these particular people are selling a bag
3
of
crates,
rice. And
abi?
he said, look, when you get there, if that is the price, call me. And then she took my number. When I got there, I bought the rice, and I called her that
One
this is
bag, abi?
exactly what they sell for a bag of rice. And she
Lovely.
was like, why are you serious? I said, yes.
You
So she
guys,
went
in
there to
case,
go and
in
buy.
Do you want
case,
a roommate?
in
And I
case
said-
you are hungry,
Do you want a
Call
roommate?
Well, I didn't actually get this particular item yesterday. I told them, well, I was going to go back again and rethink about it because
when dollar falls, you
yeah.
come
But looking at this, against yesterday, it looks like our dollar is really not, our currency is really not trying to balance up at all. But it's fine, it's good.
Not
However,
balance up
for
for
you
other-
out there,
other
let's
parts of
quickly
the
start
economy.
with the Danish krone. We start with the Danish krone. Just one Danish krone is costing Nigeria 213 naira, and then one Swiss francs is costing Nigeria 1,740 naira. So huge. Distance now will be selling at 2,000. Wow. So just one Saudi rand is costing Nigeria 366 naira, and then one West African CFA is costing Nigeria just 2 naira. I'm just looking out for the day that the US dollars, Swiss francs, and pound sterlings would definitely, be molded like, Nigerian currency as well. But don't forget that one Japanese yen is costing Nigeria just 8 naira, and then one Chinese yuan is costing Nigeria 201 naira. It's like our Chinese yuan has actually increased from 100 to 150, and now we're looking at 201 naira. One South African rand has increased to 82 naira, and then one pound sterling is costing Nigeria 1,839 naira. So arguably, distance time, we may have been, having just one, pound sterling, costing Nigeria almost 2,000 naira and above. And this is just an official rate. Don't forget, if you go to black market, you may have been buying it above that particular price. And then 1 euro is costing Nigeria 1,594 naira, and then one US dollar. And this is just where the problem really lies. Okay, so it's costing Nigeria 1,373 naira. Okay, so for you out there, you've heard it. If you want to go and buy ugu, you want to go and buy vegetable, you want to go and buy all of these cupcakes, ice cream, bread, as low as water leaf, please, you just need to prepare yourself. So in case you go there and things get changed, you should know how much you're buying and how much you're actually selling. That's pretty much you'll be doing from the exchange rate segment of the Morning Bus Show. I'm Obi Thompson. Right away, we'll turn to Vine for the rest of the show.
All right, thank you very much, Thompson, for that one. Now you know the exchange rates today, so ensure that you make do with that information, whatever you please.
Okay.
In other news, guys, so something I saw online, a post from Aquaman. I think everybody would know him.
Not everybody. If you're not TikTok savvy, you might not know Aquaman. Yeah,
He was on the nominations for content creator, digital content creator of the
Exactly.
year. So how
Content-
will you not know him? That's the
Thompson, do you
thing.
know Aquaman?
Well, I hear in my compound when
Thompson,
those
what does
children
he?
give
What's he
Have
shout.
you
known
heard?
for?
Have
No,
you
hold
heard?
on. Yeah, I
What's
just
he
hear
known?
them talk about Aquaman. But before now, there's this cartoon that a lot of
Jesus
persons.
Christ!
I'm
It's
coming
not
now.
that
See?
Yeah,
one.
I know, but I'm
Have you
just trying
seen what
to
I'm
tell you
saying?
from the background setting of what the name I hear about
I
Aquaman.
do not need to
Do you
go very
understand?
Oh, Laura
far.
Then when you
Bell.
get to this point you're talking about,
Mm.
trust me, I am off. I am not part and parcel of
I
it.
did
Which
What I
not.
am.
Aquaman is she not talking
I did
about?
not have to go far. You see?
Yeah, so just for me, I think the problems in Nigeria is enough to think about than all of those kind of things.
He's
If you
one of
ask
the
me.
he's one of the people that I
You
know
go
you fall
explain
back to.
tire.
No, it's one of the people that I know you fall back to actually get your mind off something because he does comedy, but he doesn't.
Well,
He tweaks
that's
it a little
that's
bit.
that's the concern here.
He tweaks it a little bit, and then he's known for his Ibibio accent.
I know the funny
um,
thing. Let me now burst your bubble.
Okay.
Aquaman has been in the
In
studio
studio.
before, but Thompson still doesn't know who Aquaman is.
Oh.
So
Oh,
you
no,
see
no,
what
no,
I'm?
no,
These
no.
are the issues.
Well,
Well,
he wants to. He's. I think he's doing a campus tour,
Mm,
and he posted something on
mm.
his page where he said you need to fill in something on. He said he wants to come to his school. How will I explain this thing for you to understand? Because
And
it
to
was a full on video.
nominate your school.
Nominate your school
Mm,
so that he would come back. He wants to.
do a tour.
Yeah, he wants to do a tour. So it'd be very nice if he comes back to Unical here. It's very nice if we host him once again here.
yeah, we'll
So
definitely host him once again in the studio
so
and in Unica. But I ask a
Hopefully, you get to
question:
meet him again.
what will it translate exactly to the sufferings of Nigerians as we speak, and how would that translate
not
to
be everything be
our
serious,
currency?
serious.
No,
Stop.
no. At this point in time, that is what should concern every Nigerian at this
No,
point in
if
time.
it concern every
Yeah.
Nigerian, so what's wrong mad? I just want
See,
to let you know.
I just believe that because
just
of the
want to
kind of
let you
things,
know.
because of the kind of things that because of the kind of things we face in this country,
We
it's very
need-
important to have comic
Mhm.
relief every now and then.
Yes.
And that's why people like
Okay.
him exist. Because every time you go on social media, somebody has been beheaded,
If
somebody
you
has been
see-
kidnapped, somebody has been killed.
Mm.
So we need something to distress. And we speak about distressing on the health and wellness segment. So Thompson, not every time that we talk about the problems of
Politics,
Nigeria, sometimes you just need to, lay back and just
Sure,
chill.
we will have the fun. We will play music. We will dance, and when it comes, we'll definitely have to be there.
So in case you haven't seen his post, just go online and search for Aquaman and tap the link on his bio and actually nominate your school because we need him to come back here. I personally wanted to come back here. Thank you.
Anyway, that's much can take on that segment of the show. We use that time to, inform me about the Aquaman, tour, so ensure that you nominate Unicorn so that he can come back and Thompson can meet him one-on-one. Who knows? They might be friends.
Maybe do content together.
They might be. Yeah. Thompson content. Wow. That's too much of a stretch.
Well,
It would be nice now.
Anyway, we are going back to the music now. When we come back, we're moving straight to the next segment of the show, which is the National Holiday segment. I'll leave in the hands of Asha. This one says 360 degrees. To number away from a radio set. We'll be back before you know it. A very solid classic right there. It's still the Morning Bell Show right here on Unicorn 103.5 FM, the only station that offers you the best of education, information, and of course, entertainment 360. We love to call it ADU Infotainment. Right now, we're moving straight to the next segment of the show, which is the national holiday segment. Time check is 12 minutes past the hour at 8. And like I said earlier, today is the 21st day in the month of May 2026. Now, the first national holiday we have is National Waiters and Waitresses Day. National Waiters and Waitresses Day. Now, there's this thing that we do in this culture where we always tend to be very condescending and very demeaning to waiters and waitresses because we
Yeah.
feel like they're our servants. They don't deserve respect. But there's something people should know. You should respect people regardless of their age, their gender, their race, their job, whatever. Respect shouldn't be a thing of social status. It should be something that everybody deserves. So ensure that you respect that waiter today. Ensure that you respect that waitress today. If they had a better life, they would not come and be waiting tables for you. So ensure that you respect them, ensure that you show them, respect, be courteous with them, ensure that you respect them, because respect is a mutual thing. If you want them to respect you, I believe that you should respect them.
So some actually thrive in the job. Some like the job they do.
Mm,
Actually, some like the job they do. There's this course called hospitality
yes.
with catering practice. We did it in secondary school, but you can extend it to a particular course again. So some people actually
Hospitality is
studied
is
for it.
actually a course here in the university.
So you actually studied the course, and
Mm.
so they work that way. Like there are some waiters that have there are levels of this thing. There are some waiters and waitresses that work in
Five-star hotels,
hotels,
and
5-star
restaurants.
restaurants,
Mm.
and all. So they have pride. They take pride in their job. But we have this stereotype where if you work in some certain places, maybe
Mm.
you are not being paid well, maybe you are not educated. That's why you're working here. And we don't realize that some people actually study this. And some people actually like what they do.
Mm.
So respect them regardless of it. It's dignity in labor, for Christ's sake, because people actually take pride in
What they do.
what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think on my own part, I would also love to celebrate those particular ones who around them, Godi Mazayon and the ones in Malabo, Hortu, and all of you. I celebrate you guys. You're doing very well. And then
Waiters in
to
Malabo.
uh-uh. Are you specifically looking at those persons at high profile? No, now don't look down on those ones in the streets.
No.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I want
Okay.
to understand what you're saying.
the
We
waiters
have
in the restaurants.
Yes, so when they say Malabo,
there's a restaurant in
yes, there
wow,
is. There
okay.
is.
There are
We
restaurants
have
scattered in those places.
yeah. So we also
restaurants
have
or bookers.
Oh,
Let's
join.
waiters now. Waiters.
Wait, the booker is even the too short the booker itself. All of them is
no.
restaurants.
A booker is a small spot where they
Mama
sell
put.
food. That's what a booker is. A restaurant is high profile.
Okay.
Oh well.
We celebrate all
celebrate
of
them
you,
without-
whichever level you are, but learn from small. You'll get to that point. We celebrate all of you.
All right, the next one we have is International Tea Day. International Tea Day. If you're a tea lover, green tea, herbal tea,
Tea is not milk
Chocolate.
and chocolate.
and all of those.
Because that's what how Nigerians you collect somebody's culture and then boom, you are turning
make
it into
it
something
our
else.
own. Yeah,
Exactly, turning it into something else. And then the ones that my family is so particular for that. In my mom's side, they can't drink tea. Jesus Christ, my mom would set cup. Those drugs that use is copy water.
Yeah,
That's what she used to drink tea. And I'm like, why? They're like the tea, like the main. She put the bag inside, and then she would. If it's not boiling hot, she won't drink it.
Yeah.
So she would pour it inside. I love drinking her tea because her tea tasted nice.
Mm.
So like she would finish, and then after some, once she reached a point, she would just give me if she doesn't want to take it anymore. But they drink tea a lot. In fact, I discovered that she was not even drinking much tea when I got to this place and I stayed with them for a while. My aunties, my uncles, my grandmother, tea.
I don't like that. I don't like tea for nothing. They
But it actually has a
they
lot of
have-
medicinal
Yeah, they
effects,
do,
yeah.
right? But I don't just like them. Now we even have Arabian tea, and people are beginning to like Arabian
We
tea
will add
as well.
other condiments like cinnamon, tea, bay leaves, all of those
Cloves, all
things.
of that, yes. Well, at the end of the day, right, some people are lovers of tea, and like Sharon said, there's chocolate beverage and there's tea.
Yes.
Do not mistake
mix
the two both of them.
Yes.
Don't do it, please. In Nigeria, I want to drink tea, and somebody brings out a sachet of chocolate or hot chocolate. Or no, that's not tea. That's just a chocolate beverage. Tea comes in bags. It's
Some
tea
people call coffee tea too. It's not.
coffee
it
is
not.
coffee.
Coffee is coffee. Tea
Mm.
is tea. There are different things. So I feel like you should elaborate more on the medicinal effects of tea. It acts as a stimulant. It also helps you stay active.
Yes.
You know, that's why people mostly take it
Early
maybe
in the
to
morning.
avoid early in the morning, and then to avoid sleeping to a certain extent you just offer you tea. And then in some cultures it's what they serve. That's the first thing they serve when when you come into their house. That's the first thing they serve. And they don't, like, in cultures like Britain, they don't drink it the way
In
we
large
drink,
quantities.
and they don't even drink. They don't add sweetness to it. They
Mm.
just take it black like that. I wonder how they do it, but they just take it black like that, and they still be like it's nice. Also, I think one particular movie highlighted the fact that one of them they actually like it. Like, she was sipping the thing, and then when the person left, she just kept it back there and showed her utter disgust because it's just black tea. But I actually like it though. I like it like that, weirdly. But yeah, the way we take it in Nigeria is not the way people
And
take it outside.
the way we take it in Nigeria is also very funny because if you go to places like England, you see that they have teacups. They are small cups.
we
very
have
small
teacups, but those teacups are not for.
But
We don't use them for tea.
we have in my house. We have a lot, like
Dinner set.
a
A
lot
whole
of
dinner
teacups.
set.
But people still use a mug to drink tea.
Because I feel like they would give that thing as gifts.
To them,
Basically.
yes.
They will use the
And it comes with a
saucers.
jug, saucers, yes.
The full set. The saucers we used to keep all this is like chin chin or whatever. They
Yes.
will keep it. This saucer is supposed to be used with the teacup.
You go explain.
But no, it's different. There's a saucer for teacup. There's another saucer, a larger one, and
Yeah.
that saucer is not even for the stuff we usually use it for. So like they have converted it and used it for something else. Even the soup bowls that we use, that some people used to put rice inside and keep to the side for small children to take. I'm like, Jesus, this is how people have abused this.
At the end of the
culture.
day, we'll do it the way we want to do it. That's just it. We're going to do it the way we want to do it. But yeah, today is International Tea Day, so
Day,
ensure that if you're a tea lover, ensure that you indulge in tea today. And it's still the morning, right? So ensure that you drink tea before you head out. Anyway, the next holiday we have is World Meditation Day. World Meditation Day. Now let me say this, and I'll say it just once. If peradventure any day you're somewhere and a particular meditation is going on and you don't understand what is going on, you don't feel comfortable with what is going on, please find the nearest exit.
Yes.
Like I said, I'll say it once. Find the nearest exit, because hey, if you're anywhere and there's meditation, oh god, you don't want you don't want to be unfortunate, because I've come to realize that meditation, is beyond what meets the eye. There's a particular one that I think it's normal, but I think some people can actually take it to another level, another realm, and all of that. So if you find yourself in any space and meditation is going on and you're not comfortable with what is going on, you don't feel safe with what is going on, or you don't understand what is going on, please find the nearest exit. Make them not carry you go where you know no.
Another alternative for meditation should be solitude.
Yeah, just
be
solitude.
in your house and just relax.
Be
Take
quiet.
a deep breath in. Keep quiet. Think of everything that has been, going on in your space. Just sit down, focus on one thing that you want to achieve. Focus on something an activity that you want to achieve emotionally, and then when you attain the state of calm, you know that what you did actually worked out for you, because at some point in time, there's too much noisiness in the world,
especially in
Sometimes
Nigeria.
Exactly. Sometimes you just want to just recline and be introspective, I think. So solitude is what Nigerians can relate to, because we all have these times when we are quiet. Some of us, because I know some people, they talk every time.
True.
There's no time, and then when they realize that you are quiet,
I
or
think
to
you're
an
weird,
extent,
or
they think
you're sad.
They think you're sad. They'll start naming things like who broke your heart, and those things used to piss me off. They used to piss me off. I'm like, is it every time I was sharing this with you? Sometimes just keep quiet. Then when you see me in a state of quietness, just know that nothing is wrong, except I tell you that something like this happened or something related to this, most of the times I just attain this state of calm and quietness, and I'm trying to recline there.
Reflect on
Yeah,
your
I'm trying to
actions.
gather my thoughts too, because my mind can go to different places.
Yes.
That I don't even know. You'll be wondering how your mind reached this place. But yeah, that's the whole importance of having solitude, meditating for them, like gather your emotions and then keep them in your control in calm way. A mentor of mine said, you cannot control other people's emotions, but you can control yours.
Hmm.
And so, being in a state of solitude to help you recollect your thoughts, to help you calm your mind and keep your emotions in check. Trust me, it works really well. It works really, 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 really well. Besides, at some point in the day, just calm down, take a deep breath in, and just stay there in quietness. You can mute your phone.
Some people do that in the morning. Like that's the first thing they do
Yeah.
when they wake up, to just stay quiet and just, try to gather their emotions, gather their thoughts before
Yeah.
they start the day.
Yeah, so for me, I would just say, let me go and think about my life. That's one thing that works for me too. Get that moment to go and think about my life.
Not think
Yeah.
about your life necessarily. Like that's how it is. If you think about your life, you can still be in a state
Wait,
of
do you need
chaos.
do you need
Well,
silence to think about your life in
Eh,
Nigeria? Oh
exactly
God.
now. The point of silence is to calm
it
down.
depend it depend on the language you use, though. Like let me say the name you call it.
Hmm.
For me, when I say I want to think about my life, it's that moment I go back, sit down,
Just
and
reflect on your
reflect
actions.
on my
Okay.
life.
Okay.
And then it gives me that ample opportunity to prepare for another day.
That's fair. That's very
So you
fair.
can
Yeah.
give your own a name, or you can give your own a name. For me, I want to think about
My
my
own,
life.
my own,
On
my,
a solid
my own
state.
is very simple. If you go somewhere and they're doing candles and calling it meditation,
And
if you, and
they
you
Then
are
don't
you're not
understand,
levitating.
comfortable.
I don't understand. Please be going.
And they are levitating
Be
as they are
going.
folding.
Anyway, the next and last holiday we have is Eat More Fruits and Vegetables Day. Eat More Fruits and Vegetables Day. I think we have reiterated the importance of fruits and vegetables
Vegetables,
Yeah.
yeah.
right here on the show. It's very important. We live in a time where there's so much ailments and diseases out there. So
That could
ensure
have been
that
avoided if you
exactly.
actually abided with a healthy
Exactly.
lifestyle.
So
Yeah.
ensure that you eat fruits and vegetables. Just find the one that you're comfortable with, the one that you like the most, and stick to it. It's not that hard really. So ensure that you always have fruits and vegetables. Thank God that in this part of the world that we eat a lot of vegetables,
Yeah.
especially here in Calabar. Somebody said people just like to eat leaves. I'm like, leave it like that for us. We like it.
Yes.
We like it. But it's very important that you always eat vegetables because they have really, really high health benefits. Well, that's much can take on the health and the national holiday segment. We're going back to the music now. When we come back, we're moving straight to the health and wellness segment right here on the Morning Buzz on Unico 103.5 FM. I'll leave in the hands of Asha. This one says, Fire on the Mountain. Do not move away from your radio set. We'll be back before you know it. minutes past hour of 8, and at this point we're going to the next segment of the show, which is the health and wellness segment. Like you already know, on this segment of the show we ensure that we give you tips on how to stay healthy and how to stay strong. It's very important. See, the thing is, we prioritize your health right here on the Morning Boss Show. It's very important for us that we give you tips on how to stay healthy and how to stay strong, from eating vegetables, eating fruit, just basically doing things or giving you tips on how to stay healthy and strong. And Sharon will take us through that segment of the show. Sharon, take it away.
Okay. On today's health and wellness segment, we're going to be talking on first aid. The
Mm,
golden minutes that can save a life. So the conventional meaning that we all know is first is the immediate medical treatments
yeah,
given to a patient before the arrival of a
medical professional.
qualified medical professional here. So first aid involves some simple medical techniques used to preserve lives, prevents the condition from getting worse, promotes recovery. It can be performed by anyone with basic knowledge and does not always require medical equipment. So basically, some people feel like, oh, first aid is extravagant. It's very ambiguous. You have to do this. You have to do this. You have to do this. Sometimes it's not the processes, the techniques are not usually, that ambiguous.
Mm,
Basically, so. One of the importances of first aid include it saves lives. That's the first importance. That's the main priority. That's the thing we are watching out for, to save lives. Quick action during emergencies such as choking, bleeding, or unconsciousness can prevent death before medical professionals arrive. It also prevents conditions from worsening. Proper first aid helps control injuries and reduce complications. It also reduces recovery time. Immediate care can speed up healing and reduce long term damage. It also gives comfort and reassurance. An injured person often feels frightened and will definitely be in a state of panic. But when you calm the person and properly assist the person and provide, support to an extent, the patient is reassured that he will be fine, he or she will be fine, and will feel comfort to that extent. So a first aider is not just somebody that can administer immediate medical care. It's also somebody that can be there emotionally to support the person, because you can treat the person and the person is not still at ease. And then there are some first aid treatments that the person needs to be at ease for your treatment
treatments
to
to
actually
work.
work.
Mm,
Exactly. It also encourages safety and awareness. Learning first aid helps people become more alert and prepared during emergencies. When you are this person, when you have knowledge, basic knowledge of this particular thing, you would easily note when something is wrong somewhere. If
okay.
you don't know that, okay, this type of thing happens, somebody could be holding their neck
Yeah.
and be gasping for air, and maybe because you feel like, okay, maybe the person is playing, or you will not pay proper attention to it, you will feel like it's a normal thing. But if you know that, okay, this particular thing is not a normal behavior for human being to do, it's possible that this person is choking or has an asthma attack or something. That's when you'll be able to administer first aid treatment on time. Now, some simple first aid that can be done: first aid for cuts and bleedings. Wash your hands if possible. Apply gentle pressure with clean cloth or bandage. Raise the injured area if the bleeding is heavy. If you raise the injured area, the blood circulation to that place will go down. Like, for example, now if I cut my finger and it slashes at the base of my finger, if I want the blood to stop, I would raise my hand up instead of putting my hand down.
Down. Mm,
Yeah. And then it also helps you reduce pain, because pain will usually be more when blood is rushing down to that place. That's
mm,
when pain it's rushing down to that ruptured blood vessel and putting pressure on it. That is where you will feel more pain. So when I raise it up, the pressure of that on that blood vessel reduces. Clean the wound with clean water. Very, very, very important. Cover with a sterile dressing as much as possible. When the problem now is not even the injury. The main thing to look out for is how to protect it from infections, because you could have an injury that, okay, you would have healed from, but because of the fact that it wasn't properly dressed or wasn't properly treated, it becomes infected, and then
that's a
you have
bigger problem.
secondary, exactly, problems that you don't even want to even know, because infections have actually led to very serious very, very, very serious medical issues. avoid touching the wounds with your dirty hands. I don't know why you would touch a wound with your hand, though. I don't know why if you not feel irritated. And also avoid using unclean materials.
Did you say you wonder why?
I wonder why you would. Why would
There
you
are
touch
people
a
that
wound?
derive pleasure from peeling off the dead skin cells when their wound is healing.
Oh Lord.
Tell
And
me you don't know about
yeah,
it.
it's common in small children
Mm.
actually. Until I now got to know that if you
Even
peel
adults,
it, if you peel it,
Mm.
you're actually making your healing process longer.
Yes.
Yeah, because at the time I thought that if I peel it, I'm actually making
Hastening
my
it.
I'm because I fell victim to that thing until I started like knowing myself and I realized that this is actually not helping me. So another first aid, this one is first aid for burns, minor burns. If the person has major burns, you get the person out of harm's way and then call the nearest. If we call the nearest hospital for medical treatment immediately. But for minor burns, run cool water over the burn for like 10 to 20 minutes. Cover loosely with a clean cloth or sterile dressing. Do not add any form of toothpaste, oil, butter, raw eggs, ori, oil. Do not burst the blisters. Please.
They're tempting though. But they are.
But when you burst it actually cause more pain.
Mm.
And it can actually be infected too. Those are the ones that are even more vulnerable to infections, actually. My cousin had exhaust burn from it. And then I wasn't somebody that was, I didn't know all these things.
Yes.
I wasn't properly trained in first aid. So I just ran it through cold water and then I applied Vaseline on it.
Mm.
And it got infected. I felt so bad. It got infected. So we now had to properly dress it, washed it. We knew what to do afterwards. We knew what to add to it. We added iodine to that place. And by the grace of God, it healed up and it just blended with her skin. So you barely know that there's an injury there. So that's the one that can get easily infected if not treated properly. Don't burst the blisters. They will come down by themselves. I'm also extending to people that burst pimples.
Oh God.
You guys should stop. I was with a guy, yeah. He was looking at my face. He was like, I was not like, because I'm somebody that would, why you acting this way? I asked him, why are you looking at my face? I was like, no, you're just fine, and I like looking at your face. The next thing he reached out and wanted to burst one of them. I was like, no, stop there.
I have an aunt that would literally pay you money just to burst pimple.
I
on
have
your
a
face.
friend like that too. Like she enjoys it. I am like, don't burst. Please don't come near my face. Don't come near my face. Because when you burst it, you're at risk of another one will pop up again.
Yeah.
Around that same region. And then you see it spread around your face. So it's very important to leave it like that. Let it heal by itself.
Yeah, why that heals by himself. And also heard of a lot of persons who, when they burst it, automatically go. So it doesn't have to come. I don't know, but like you said, let it heal by
Let it heal
himself.
by itself, yeah. Because you don't know which one would burst and which
Yeah.
one would spread again. First aid for fainting, lay the person flat, raise the legs slightly, and loosen any tight clothing. Ensure fresh air. Do not force food or water immediately. You lay the person flat and then turn the person over, raise the person's legs slightly, and make sure raise the person's head up, person's neck up slightly. That way the person can easily take in fresh air. Their airwaves are open by that small act you're doing. That thing was a full-on training. When I was getting my first aid certificate, it was a full-on training. You would be the subject and then you would do it on somebody else. They would turn you the other way to the side, raise either your left leg, raise one leg up, and then raise your chin up so that the airways can be open. And then when the person has fully recovered from it, or when you've kept that person in that position, you can call the police. You can call did I say police? Call the nearest medical
I
center.
know the police is your friend, but please, not the police.
Well, I don't want to put this in my mouth. But let's move on. First aid for nosebleeds. Sit upright, lean slightly forward, pinch the soft part of your nose for about 10 minutes, and do not tilt your head backwards because blood may flow into the throat. First aid for spraying. We use the RICE method: rest, ice, compression, and elevation. This helps to reduce swelling and pain. So if you had like a sprain in your ankle or something, you rest, keep yourself calm, get ice, compress are placed to the ice and elevate your legs to avoid pain and swelling. First aid for fractures: keep the injured area still and use a splint if available. That's when you've seen in movies where somebody has a fracture on their arm and then they'd have a splint, so strap it from their shoulder to their arms, like as support them easily. So that you help you avoid pain, and you will not want that place to be hanging down
Yeah.
because you lose ability to move that arm properly. And so that's why a splint is actually advisable in order to support the arm before medical help comes. Avoid trying to straighten broken bones, because when it heals, it may heal in the wrong position. That is why that splint is very, very important. You see that even when they bandage the wound, you are still kept in the same splint, so that when your arm is healing, it can heal
In the right
properly.
position.
Because you don't want a situation where you remove the casts and then your arm is it's not
Looking
the
funny.
position. Yeah, it's not the position you want it to be. First aid for electric shock. Very, very important. Turn off the power source first. Don't go and join the person and shake too. Because it may sound funny until you feel it. Like I know everybody has felt flow of electric shock through their body. It's not something you want to feel. It's not something you want to feel again. Turn off the power source first. Do not touch the person directly. If electricity is still active, some people would use wooden sticks
Yes.
to push the person, wooden sticks or mops to push the person away from the power source if they cannot turn off the power source on time.
Electrical
If the
connectivity.
source of electric shock is from a naked wire or something, you cannot easily
Turn it off.
turn it off. So what you do is push the person with something that cannot conduct electricity, or the metals that cannot conduct electricity. So we usually use wood
is
or
more
rubber.
advisable.
Yeah. And do not touch the person directly. If electricity is still active, like I said, call for emergency help immediately. Check for breathing and pulse. Basic items in the first aid box include they make sure that first aid boxes are included in hospitals, in homes, in the car.
On Monday,
very
after a very long time, after call it 3-4 years, I saw a first aid box in the car. I'm like, wow. So people still prioritize safety.
It's a
Interesting.
necessity, actually. Although some people, the box is just there.
Mm.
When you open it, there's nothing inside. That's that thing is. That's how they just do it, because they don't know the importance of a first aid box in the car. They just do it because they want to, avoid VIO or FRSC.
FRSC, yes.
They just avoid to avoid them, basically. Because I don't think FRSC will stand and start checking the content of your first aid box. As long as you have a first aid box, they move. First aid box and fire extinguisher, they move. But it's very, very important in homes, schools, offices, cars, so that in case anything happens, you can easily treat the person, and the person can easily, their life can be saved to an extent before you get medical help. So most of the content include bandages, cotton wool, antiseptic solution, adhesive tape, gloves, scissors, pain relievers, thermometers, burn cream, gauze pads. I also forgot one. First aid for snake bites. Yeah. People have this thing where they strap when the person when person is bitten on the hand, they will tie that area so that
The venom
so
doesn't
that venom will
spread.
not spread.
Mm.
The first thing you should do is to calm the person down, because if the person is agitated, the person's heart beats faster. And if the person's heart beats faster, blood circulates faster. And we don't want the blood carrying the venom, we don't want it to go back to the heart. And that will lead to a heart attack, and the person would end up dying.
Yeah.
So as much as possible, calm the person down.
Well, you know, there are
first.
some things that just kind of impossible, because when a snake bites you, there is panic. There's
Yes.
nothing you're going to tell me. You're
There's panic,
panicking. So
yes.
it's almost hard to actually calm the person down, because the person's like, get this thing out of me. Like, let's get help immediately. So telling the person to stay calm, you might use 1 hour to calm the person down.
If you want your life, I'll just be like, if you want your life to be safe, relax. Calm down. Calm down. When you calm down, make sure that you get medical help as much as possible. Because if that person keeps that thing tied for long, the entire arm, that entire region will not receive
look
blood.
pale.
Exactly. When you receive blood and you become pale, and then there are other issues that would
Arise from
arise from
have
that
more
exactly.
complicated issues as
Yes,
well. Yeah,
exactly.
and then that drives me to call to action. So it means in our hostels, especially hostel around hall 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and all of those hostels, need all of this kind of first aid box around them,
It
because
should
they
be
are
in
very
the
prone to
offices.
some issues like this. I remember in Hall 10 when some certain time ago where we had I had to kill snake in that particular place,
Hmm.
and right from then, I think we invited the director of works to ensure that that entire environment is reformulated again and all of that. So I think those hostels really need Hall 2 are also really need all of those kinds of first aid box. So we're
Aside,
not seeing all
aside,
of those
aside the
things.
hostels,
Departments and
every
faculties
department.
should have
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Every department should actually have it. I feel like some do.
Do you have it in your
Some
department?
do. I'm not taking notes. I'm not
You're
taking
in the
notes. I
medical.
know. See, I'm not taking
Your
notes
course is a
now.
medical course, and I'm pretty sure there's no first aid in your
I
department.
Yeah,
will
if it
confirm and
exists, it should
let you
just be the
know.
box, but maybe
Jesus
something may
The
not
Christ.
aid
be
is not
inside.
there; it's just
I
the
Yeah.
will
box.
confirm and let you
See, it's
know
just the first,
now.
but no it inside.
I confirm and let you know, but I know that every person in my department has a basic know-how of how they're supposed to do first aid. So
Mm.
yeah. Important first aid tips include stay calm during emergencies. Why would you panic? I know it's a cause for panic to some certain
It's
extent.
almost
But
inevitable.
when you panic, you are not solving anything.
Mm.
That's just the basic. You're not solving anything. So why not stay calm? When you realize that you're going to a state of panic, relax, take deep breaths in, and think clearer to solve the situation. Because when you're in a state of panic, your brain is in chaos.
It's going
Your brain is
haywire. He
going
might do
haywire.
something
Yeah,
that will just complicate the issue.
exactly. So stay calm during emergencies. Call medical professionals when necessary. Do we have? I think we have a call line for in Nigeria. Is it 112 or 211?
I think it's 211.
We have a call line. Hopefully, somebody will answer the call. So I tried calling that thing years back. The thing kept me on hold, and I was like, so if I was actually dying now, I'll be on hold. Really, like the whole thing was so bizarre to me. But I really hope that they've made it better over the years. Also, never give medication you are unsure about. I beg. Don't give medication you're not sure about. Learn CPR from certified trainers. Learn CPR from certified trainers. CPR is not basically just the kiss of life.
Mm.
You don't need to kiss the person first. Most of the times you just have to check whether the person is actually breathing first of all
So
before you apply CPR.
the call line for medical assistance in Nigeria is 112.
Yeah.
Yes.
So learn CPR from the right set of individuals because you could save a life by learning something something as important and crucial as it. So the meaning of CPR is cardiopulmonary resuscitation, and it's performed when the person's breathing or heartbeat stops. Yeah, you see people do it mostly when they want to pump out water from the person's lungs.
Mm.
But that one is done in adverse situations. You have to clear the airways first. The person is not breathing properly. That's why you can now perform the CPR you want to perform. But even at that, you lose tight clothing, remove everything that could cause injury to the person before you administer the CPR. And then see, it's I'm telling you, it's not just to pump the person's chest. There's a procedure for it. It's how your hands have to be. Your hands have to be locked over each other. Like I don't know if you see the live shape. This is how it's supposed to be. And then you're compressing the person's heart like this.
And there's a certain amount of
There's
pressure.
a certain amount of pressure, and there's also certain extent you have to do. You count it. Actually,
Yes.
this is how you count it. And then they are different for each individual. If the person they are ones you do for an adult. It's how you do for a baby too. They are totally different. So it's something that you need to learn from a trained personnel. And that one is that you cannot extend on that one too much here because of lack of time. You can't extend on that one too much. But learning it is very, very, very important. There's a certain depth you need, a certain rapid rate, 100 to 120 compressions per minute. That's it, you count the thing. Let the chest rise completely between each push. As I said, it's something that is very elaborate. And if you want to do it well, you could possibly invite someone to actually, educate about this. But that will be later on. But yes, if you can't learn CPR, learn from a medical professional, learn from a Red Cross member, a certified Red Cross member. Yeah. Keep emergency numbers nearby. It doesn't just not just the Nigeria's
112.
call line. Yeah.
I
You can
think
also keep
different states, different organizations
mm,
have their.
have their call
Mm,
lines, and then your family members too, the ones that you know that are accessible. Your emergency call line, we usually use that thing to play. But
mm,
if you can access this person, like I know my emergency call line is my dad.
mm.
Anytime, any day, we answer my call. That's the person that will call first, answer me, and he's one that would mobilize people for help. So somebody that you know that you can access, that's probably accessible. If you have a doctor's number, keep it handy too, because you don't know when you will need it. So first aid is a life skill, not just medical knowledge. A few simple actions done quickly and correctly can save lives, reduce suffering, and prevent complications. In many emergencies, the first few minutes are like a ticking clock. The person who knows first aid becomes the calm hand in the storm. So I still implore you to go online and do more research on this, and then also if you can ask medical professionals to help you to teach you these things, it's very very important because first aid is actually one skill, one life skill that you definitely need. There are other first aids for other ailments, for asthma attacks, for epilepsies, but we couldn't exhaust that because of time.
Mm.
And so this is what you have for today.
All right, thank you very much. You've heard it from Sharon today. Ensure that you learn the basics of first aid because it's very important. Like you said, it's a golden lifesaver. So ensure that you learn the basics of first aid. Well. That's much can take on the health and wellness segment. We're going back to the music. After that, the news flash by 9 a.m. will come up. Then we'll come back to continue the morning bus show right here on Unico 103.5 FM. I'll leave it in the hands of Neola. This one says, Tobat. The number of Wave from Radio sets will be back before you know it. key. It's still the morning bus show right here on Unicool 103.5 FM, the only station that offers you the best of education, information, and of course, entertainment 360. We love to call it a do infotainment. Don't forget, my name is Iwe Vine Henshaw, and I also have Sharon and Obi Thompson right here in the studio. And right now, we're moving straight to the next segment of the show, which is the top story segment. The first. Okay, yes, we've not done the people and culture segment. Oh my god.
Oh my god, like, can you imagine?
Okay, so what do you have for us today, Sharon, at the people and culture
Well,
segment?
today we're going to open the phone lines because we want to like talk about the punishment we received when we were little. It's throwback, and throwback editions of people and culture are just definitely different. And so you get to call us. What punishment did you receive when you were little that you still remember up to now? It still gives you either bad memories or good
I thought you were
memories.
saying
Should be bad
nostalgia
memories.
because
But whether it gives you bad memories or good memories,
mm,
whether you feel nostalgic when you remember it, that oh, I used to do this thing when I was little, get to
feel
call us.
nostalgic. Wow.
Get to call us on 0809 4444058 009 4444058. What punishment did they give you that left an indelible mark on your will I say in your mind? Yes, in your mind. What's that one punishment? For me, it would be I did a lot of punishments when I was little because I was stubborn like a goat.
Thank
Stubborn
God you
like
had
a
to
goat.
make the goat reference, and it came from you.
It was very, very, very stubborn. I actually wonder how my friends like they try for me. I think I was telling Thompson one time, I was like, if they didn't do what they did, I feel like I would not be as
Person that you are
yeah,
today.
I would not be as well behaved as I am because I was very, very, very stubborn. But now my stubbornness is in assertive ways. If I don't want something, I don't want it, and there's nothing you want to do except you want to explain it well, and I'm supposed to like understand this particular thing. But if it's not something that I want to do, no. And I will sit on the no until you get tired. So one of the punishments that stuck with me was riding bike. Because riding Okada then. Jesus Christ, my knees. My knees went through a lot. And if you dare go down, cane falls on your back or your leg. If you dare go down, cane
Wait,
falls on your back or your leg.
what? I'm sorry, I'm lost.
Yeah.
What is riding a Okada? Like you're sitting on the air?
You're sitting in there. You were riding Okada. So you stay there.
I think I became very immune to that punishment because I got it a lot, a lot. So I could be there for 1 hour and I'm not shaking.
Yo.
I was when you speak about stubbornness, I'm like, well, that's cute.
Then
'Cause
we will have this trade now.
I know how stubborn I was to the point that I was immune to punishment. I was immune to
yeah,
the cane.
at some
Like,
point in time, you beat me and I
flogging me is a total waste of time. Flogging me is a total waste of
The
time.
day my dad actually found out that doesn't work on me,
Mm.
he just stopped. I was like, and he started talking to me. I was like, good. I'm listening to you now. Because that's how you would do it. And then it's worse when you shout at me. Yo, nothing is entering my head. I will literally just look at you. And then once my mom made this statement, she was like, don't do this. Because saying something about beach. Like I should not go to the beach. I should not go to these large water things. Because you know how Nigerian parents are now. And they always get scared when you want to do some
Yes.
things. And you know, it's worse when you have adventurous children. Like me, example. So I was like, I should not go to the beach and everything. Then she made this statement of, me, I'm telling you now, because your own, you will not talk now. But what's in your mind you will do? I just laughed. And I was like, I don't want to go to the beach, but yo,
she knows that you will do what is in your mind.
you know that what's in my mind I would do it because like I feel like because of the training I've gotten, even if I want to do some things I can't do it now because I don't see the use in doing it. Do you understand? So most of the time, even to go out safe, they're the ones pushing me now to go out. The last 2 years, Calabar Carnival, my dad sent me the outline. I was shocked first. Then my aunt pushed me out of the house. She legit pushed me out, like, dress and go. Go outside, please. Go. Why are you in here? Because I was skeptical about it. So most of these punishments, we're now using it as workout routine. It's now workout routine. That's squatting for fitness now.
How about you, Thompson? I'm itching to know the worst punishment you ever received as a child.
Well, I think basically mine. I never had an opportunity that I see a lot of children had. Then, being bullied by parents or being asked to do certain
Bullied by
Bullied by
things or
parents.
parents.
being asked to do some certain kind of things for. But I think,
But technically, if we look at it, he's
yeah.
right.
Actually, to an extent.
So I think the one I can literally relate to has to do with shining our head. Yeah, it gets to that point where you be like, okay, fine. I think one of the things that we have to do to you is to shine your head. And you know how painful it is to have your head shined in the midst of your friends who did not who have their hair on their head, and they be like,
So
men,
they punish
they
you by
pounding.
scraping the hair on
Yeah,
your
so they
head.
have to scrape the entire
I
hair
get him when he
in
says
your head.
bullying.
That's
No.
that's
So
that's a little extreme, don't you think?
Jesus.
yeah, so I think
What
that
kind
is
of
just
wait? Hold on. First of all, what kind of punishment is that? Let's begin there.
Wait, Thompson, what did you even
yeah.
do to even warrant the punishment?
Well, usually, or sometimes you'll be like, probably coming back from school a bit late, or probably kind of excusing yourself from doing some certain things at home, simply because you want to read. Like for me back then, I really loved reading a lot. I could either take a book, climb a tree, stay there to read, or probably go behind, look for a comfortable place, hide myself there reading and all of that. So, and then they'll keep looking for me and thinking maybe I'll come to play football and all of that. And sometimes maybe go playing football, especially after school, you have to go play a little bit football and then come back and they'll be like, hey, young man, where did you go? And all that. Especially when it's approaching weekend, they have to sit you down, tidy you up, and then wrap you with legs, to scrape your head and all of that.
See
But
that
outside
wrapping
of
of
that,
legs, I can't relate.
yeah.
But I think I want to believe that our time wasn't as bad as some of our parents. Now
Yeah.
my mom was telling me a story about when she was growing up that there was a time, I think she was around 8 or 10, and they lived in a house just by the road, and every other person were at the back of the house, the kitchen, cooking, trying to make lunch, and she was in front of the house, and somebody sells groundnut across the road, and the
Okay.
person told her, "Yeah, come and called her, said, come and take groundnut," and she was like, okay. She now went, and when she was about to cross the road, there was a truck coming, and the truck almost knocked her down, and there was chaos, rampage, were shouting, and her parents now came out and saw her, in the middle of the road with the truck. Where did you go to? She said she went to ground. That woman told her to come and get groundnuts. Her mom said, okay, no problem.
Oh, Jesus.
One day passed, nobody said anything about it. 2 days, nobody said anything about it. The third day, the mother went to the market and bought an entire bag of groundnut. I'm not kidding. An entire bag of groundnuts, and kept it and said,
She
if
should
you don't
finish
finish
it."
these groundnuts today,
Jesus.
Yeah.
if you don't finish this groundnut today,
Yo, actually, they went through a lot.
I can
she was
literally relate.
eating and crying and begging.
Yo, speaking of which, my dad was punished by my grandfather, yeah. He played. So while playing, he got a huge cut at the back of his head, at the side of his head or so. And he almost claimed his life, but he narrowly escaped. Now, when my grandfather found out that this was what led to it, what he did, he said, stitch him up. Don't
No
add
anesthesia.
anesthesia. I just looked at my dad, I was like, are you serious? And I said he kept screaming in pain. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Is that professional though?
Yo, it's not professional, but I mean, what do you want to do? I'm sure you called maybe a chemist or something to come and do it for him. Because he said no, even the chemist kept begging the man,
Yeah.
please don't. And my grandfather was a disciplinarian, like, you don't try nonsense. But when he reached our turn,
He was so
it was,
sweet.
yeah, very, 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 very sweet. That one, the whole hard parenting did not come when we were now born, because we were pampered by that man. We were pampered by him. But when it was my dad's turn, especially when he finds out that this is what you did, I said without anesthesia, and he stitched it up. I was like, how gruesome is that? Was so painful. Like I could imagine how painful that was.
Yeah.
And he
It's
went through
just
all those
like
things.
Gordons will say that if you have a child that steal fish, go to market and buy all those cumbia. Their oil is enough to grease caterpillar, and then give you like 80 making chop once. After that, anytime when you see fish,
That's
you go behave
a very
yourself.
very weird. That's a very weird punishment, and I cannot even lie to you. Like,
Sometimes they'll not
first of all,
beat you.
you're spending too much. You're spending a lot of money for what?
You get
For what?
like, And then most of this punishment of picking pin, I never
Mm.
really got it. But my dad punished me. I got it right. Like when I say he made me guess the thing right, and I was like,
So all
Jesus, sir,
those
I'm
things,
sorry, sir.
I am immune to them.
I'm
Picking
sorry.
pin or sitting on the air, all of the I
Yeah.
beg.
You know
That's
this
Especially
punishment
kneeling down and raising hands up,
all
raising
the
your
such
hands
those
with
children
things,
now.
carrying
yeah, for some
blocks.
time
Ah,
and
No,
never
all.
did that
carrying
one
blocks and
Ah,
though.
everything.
No,
carry blocks, okay.
never did that
They
one
punished
though.
one boy in our area, in our compound. Then he
Mm.
did something very, very bizarre. So they punished him. You know what he did? He carried this cement block.
Mm.
This cement block, like I
Yeah.
can't lift that thing. But he
Mm.
carried it. There's one I saw, he carried the mortar. Like that's how they punish him. On sand.
Mm.
Not on rock or tile, sand.
Under the sun.
Yes, under the hot sun. Like this.
Mm.
That was the punishment. Kneeling down and raising your hand. There's nothing there now. This should yourself. When I punished one of my cousins and they say she started crying, I was like, I'm not even punishing you.
I'm yet to start.
I don't if you know what I went through when I was younger, I don't want to mess that out on you. That's why, because no, you're not my child. If you're my
Mm.
child, it's a different thing. I will do more. But you're not my child. Basically, I just punished you because I wanted you to stay one place.
Mm.
I was even explaining myself safe. The parents never say anything.
Well, at the end of the day, we went through a lot, in the hands of our
Yeah.
parents. They were trying to discipline us and make us better people. And it's good to know that some of us actually turned out good at the end of the day.
I was through away the home training, Sha. And then decided to do whatever they want to do.
Well, that's much can take on the people and culture segments. We're going back to the music. When we come back, we're going to move straight to the top story segment right here on the show. I'll leave in the hands of P Square. This one says, Me and My Brother. Just number away from a radio set. We'll be back before you know it.
Yeah, me and my brother.
Would have thought that these two brothers, there will come a time where they will not staying together anymore. That was Me and My Brother by P Square. Wow. It's very sad to know that, these two people that we grew up listening to, we grew up
Had good
loving,
jams.
they're no
Actually.
longer making music as a duo anymore. Anyway, it's still the Morning Bell Show right here on Unico 103.5 FM, and we're going straight to the top story segment right here on the show. Time check is 22 minutes past the hour of 9. Now, the only top story we're going to take today because of time is NUT condemns attacks on schools, warns of possible strike. The Nigeria Union of Teachers has condemned the recent attacks on schools, teachers, and students in parts of the country, describing the incidents as barbaric and inhumane. In a statement jointly signed by the national president of the union, Adu Amba, and the Secretary General Clinton Akpitibo, the union said schools, which should serve as a safe space for teaching and learning, have become targets of attacks by armed bandits and terrorists. The union said the developments has created fear, panic, and emotional trauma among teachers, students, parents, and members of affected communities. The statement followed attacks on local authority primary school, Ahoro Esinele Community High School, Ahoro Esinele, and Baptist Nursery and Primary School, Yawota, in all in Orire local government area of Oyo State on May 15th, 2026. According to the union, the attacks led to the abduction of a school principal, seven teachers, and more than 30 pupils and students, while one teacher was shot dead during the incident. The NUT said it was particularly painful that the slain teacher was wearing his uniform attire at the time he was killed, describing him as committed to the teaching profession and the advancement of education. The union also expressed concern over reports that one of the abducted teachers was later beheaded by the attackers. It further noted that on the same day, more than 40 pupils and students were reportedly abducted by armed bandits from Musa Primary and Junior Secondary School in Ashikara Uba local government area of Borno State. The NUT said it stands in solidarity with the affected schools, the families of the murdered teachers, the abducted principal, teachers, pupils, and students. The union called on security agencies to intensify rescue operations to secure the safe release of all abducted victims without delay. It also urged the federal government and affected state governments to strengthen security around schools and adopt proactive measures to prevent further attacks. According to the union, the continued attacks on schools poses a major threat to the education sector and the future of children and the country at large. Teachers cannot effectively discharge their duties in an atmosphere of fear and insecurity, where they are subjected to inhumane acts of kidnapping, maiming, and killing, the statement said. The NUT warned that teachers may be forced to withdraw their services if attacks on schools continues. The union called on governments at all levels to take urgent action to stop attacks on schools and ensure the safety of teachers, learners, and host communities. What do we make out of this? This press statement reads: when teachers are not safe in schools, when students are not safe in schools, it affects the entire educational system because growing up, school was a very, very safe environment when you go to school. You know that safety is very much prioritized,
Yeah.
but in recent times your safety is not guaranteed in school because anytime, any day, this terrorist can just come in and just abduct students and just cause mayhem and just maim students in the school. And it's very unhealthy because at the end of the day, parents send their children to school because they know that, okay, this is a safe environment. They're
Mm.
there to learn. After a particular stipulated amount of time, they're going to come and take their kids. But these days, parents are being called, oh, your child has been kidnapped, your child has been abducted, your child has been killed. And it's becoming very, very unhealthy. It's becoming very unhealthy because at the end of the day, if the Nigerian Union of Teachers take action to, withdraw their services and no longer go to school to teach the children suffer because there's no access to education anymore.
Mm.
They're not given they're not given education anymore because the teachers that are there that are supposed to teach them are no longer there because they are prioritizing their own safety because nowadays, right, in Nigeria, your safety is your business. So
Actually, yeah.
that's one reality that we need to come in terms with. Your safety is your business because you cannot rely on relevant authorities to protect you anymore. You cannot rely on people that are supposed to protect you. Your safety is now solely your business, and it shouldn't be that way. At the end of the day, there are people that are supposed to protect lives and properties, but these days your life, you have to protect your life at all costs. You have to protect yourself at all costs. Anything that will put you in harm's way, it's better to just remove yourself from that situation. Look at the teacher that was beheaded, and I saw that video and it just made me really sad because this was a man that left his house to go to school to impact knowledge in students to make them a better person for the future of Nigeria. And he was abducted and beheaded, and it was filmed and posted. Sometimes I'm it's very worrisome that these bandits go very far as far as videoing this act and posting it on
Mm.
social media, and somehow there is no traceability. Are you serious? Like, are we being very serious? They have the temerity to, film this gruesome act and still post it on social media for people to see that, okay, we are doing this and there's no stopping us. There's nothing that anybody can do about it. And you're telling me that there's no how these people can be traced. There's no how these people can be tracked. Oh God.
Yeah, but currently, I was about to say that currently, Nigerians have been able to hear from the government of your state, and they have been able to come out that, oh, they have been able to make some key arrests. And let's not forget that NUC have repeatedly faced so many challenges in Nigeria, threatened to withdraw, services. Remember that Chibok Girls 2014 activity that happened in Dapchi, also Dapchi in 2018, and Karuga, Kaduna in 2024. We also have issues in attacks in Kebbi, Niger, and Zamfara states, respectively. And all of this boils down to the way and manner the government of the day is treating, its workers, and that has not really gone down well. That's why lots of us are asking questions that pertain to NLC, Nigeria Labour Congress. What effort are they doing to ensure that this doesn't happen again? Now, let's not forget that specific incidents of these natures have caused a lot of them to feel like, this act of saying, yeah, teachers' reward is in heaven and all of that. We'll repeatedly say, no, our reward is that should start here from earth.
As I
Now,
see,
if
I
you
think I
see
think I
where a
think
lot
I
of
think
them
that's
are
a little
staying,
bit of a stretch at this point, Thompson, because
okay,
you have to be alive to actually
to
get the reward.
yeah.
So right now, their lives are, at risk right now. Let's not even talk about reward now. Let's even talk about their safety first, because they have to be well, they have to be hale and hearty, they have to be alive to actually, get this reward. So if they don't have something as basic as safety, as security, then what are we doing?
Yeah, and so it's so pathetic that up till now NLC have not been able to stand, back and forth with NUC and NUT per se.
NUT.
So it becomes a huge problem. If you look at what has happened so far in let's take for instance in Abuja, we've had primary school teachers short schools for months in 2014 and 2015 over unpaid minimum wage of allowances. Now, up till today, a lot of state governors have not implemented the current minimum wage across board, and this happens basically or affects the local government. Don't forget that most of this has to do with primary school teachers and all of that. So it becomes so painful that they are not being taken care of. Now, if you look at it, you see that the NUT within this area council failed to meet obligations to primary school teachers. And if you look at Kwara State, for instance, over 27.5% of teacher specific allowances and rural allowances remain unimplemented in most of these states. Now, if you look at what happened in Kogi State, there are a lot of issues where teachers went on strike, a lot of them committed suicide allegedly, and so on and so forth. Now, I begin to ask questions like, our leaders, whatever position you're actually having today, don't forget that you came from that particular route where you had the opportunity for teachers, to tutor you, and all of that. So it's so sad. Even up till today, we're talking about shortages of teachers, and yet the ones that are even existing are not being taken care of. This is why a lot of private sector or private institutions like that are gaining more momentum because they are able. But with the current economic realities in Nigeria, a lot of these schools are also failing, just like the public schools that we have. It's sad that this particular person have paid dearly with his own life. Yeah, and we've seen the effort from your state government, Makinde, precisely, in ensuring that those persons who commit these crimes have actually been arrested. But so far, a lot of interceptions have been made and some persons have been arrested. But we want to see real punishment, them facing a capital, punishment, because this is not something we should make arrest and begin to wait until court does this, court does that, and all of that.
Arrest, it should be proactive measures in emergency response, because, like I always say, make it make sense. if something is happening in Unical right now, there's going to be rampage, there's going to be noise. People outside Unical will know that something is happening
No call
here,
was
and there
made.
should be a
Nobody
call
was,
placed. Make it
and
make
all of
sense. Sometimes,
that.
like, I try to play these things in my head, and it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. Are you telling me that there was no police station around that somebody could have made a call for them to come to the aid of this school? Sometimes it doesn't make. Is it that the raid or the abduction is done quietly that nobody knows? Because if something of that nature is happening in this vicinity, there will be rampage, there'll be lots of noise, and people outside will know that something is happening. And people outside can actually, call the relevant authorities for them to come and rescue these people. So there should be proactive measures. That's the problem. Making arrests is good, right?
That,
But
that will
for
happen
for
if we have the
further
responsible government from top to bottom. If we have responsible government, trust me, all of this would not be something that people should be talking about. For crying out loud, what does it cost you to, provide necessary security? Just like you rolled out, an emergency number during the culture and people,
health and
or
wellness.
the health and wellness when we talked about that, and you say this particular number, call that number now and tell me if you'll be able
I
to
said
talk to
I
someone
called it like
and all of
years
that.
ago and I
So,
was put on hold.
no, you're talking about years ago. We're talking about now. If you see that actually, so it becomes a huge problem. So I think that's why we are yearning for 2027 for people to wake up. It's just that in this part of the world, in as much as you're in a political party, so you won't be able to speak to those in power simply because you don't want to be accused, or you don't want to be fingered and all of that. So it
It's
becomes a huge problem.
actually sad how these types of things are happening. And death happens to people, yes. But I don't know, the deaths that have been recorded, that we have been reporting, have been very, very sad, could have been averted if we had proper security put in place. In other developed countries, when these types of things happen, an emergency call is put in place. One, two, immediately that emergency call is put in place, there are active armed officials
On
available.
standby.
They're on standby for it. And then we're in a country where to carry a firearm is illegal. And so because of that, we cannot defend ourselves properly. Which becomes another one. If you say security is in our hands, our business, how are we to
But
defend
I
ourselves?
actually do believe that it's our business these days, because
Mm.
we cannot fully rely on relevant
Yes,
authorities to
exactly.
protect
It's
us.
looking
Yeah.
that way, but then we're not fully equipped to fight. That's why we depend more on security officials. In a developed society, if an emergency call is put in place, sorry, and armed officials are deployed immediately to make sure that that situation is controlled. But it's not seen that way. And talking about the fact that we have to vote in the right set of individuals into government, we have issues with our young people, to our youth. I was having a conversation yesterday with someone, and the person was telling me that we also have this one we're calling corrupt leaders, the older generations and whatever. We have young people that are actually planning to come and do
Do
their own
worse.
if they are elected and all. And then we have the young people self that are swayed by anything. They're swayed by anything. They give you cap, if they give you rice, they give you this certain amount of money, 5,000 naira. The next you are selling your vote and all. Your vote comes to this person. And it's actually very, very sad because you are seeing things play out in this present government, and you definitely want things to change. Because this is as a student here, if this was my teacher, I would be traumatized. I would tell my parents to withdraw me from the school. I would be so traumatized because it's actually sad. And the video showed that he was begging for his life
Who
before they
wouldn't?
brutally did what they did. And it's actually painful to be killed in such a way. He was a teacher, he was impacting knowledge. And this is not how you are supposed to treat people like this. And so I feel like security should be fortified around Nigeria.
At the end of the day, right, the 2027 elections are coming, and I think this is a time where we all should make informed choices, because we shouldn't be swayed by the little things that these politicians are waving in our faces. We should do things that we should make decisions that we're going to be proud of in the next 4 years, because after 2027 we're going to have 4 more years to live in the consequences of our actions at the end of the day. So ensure that you make informed choices, make informed decisions, ensure that you vote credible leaders that are going to create impact and change in the
Yes.
society,
We
leaders that
really
will
need it.
make this society a better, more safe, more reliable, more efficient one. Not the ones that will give you little tips and face cap and rice and that's it. Please, please, please. For a better Nigeria, ensure that you make informed choices and ensure that when it's time for elections, come out and vote. Well, that's so much can take on the top story segment. We're going back to the music. When we come back, we're moving straight to the conversation of the day segments. Trust me, you do not want to miss this one. I will leave you in the hands of Asha. This one says, be banker. Do not move away from the radio set. We'll be back before you know it. Hey, Asha, it's still the Morning Bus Show right here on Unico 103.5 FM. And right now, we're moving straight to the next segment of the show, which is the conversation of the day. And today, we're talking about a story that I stumbled upon on social media. It's at Cross River 2027 outrage as SEB orders teachers to endorse Governor Tu's second term bid. Secondary school teachers in Cross River State have expressed outrage over a directive by the State Senior Secondary Education Board, SEB, compelling them to publicly endorse Governor Bassio II and his deputy for his second term in office. The teachers who spoke on condition of anonymity in Calabar on Wednesday condemned what they described as the government's misplaced priority, accusing it of elevating political endorsement above teachers' welfare and the overall development of the education sector. They highlighted persistent neglect of critical issues, including unpaid salaries, stalled promotions, acute teachers' shortage, and dilapidated school infrastructure, arguing that these challenges should take center stage instead of forced political mobilization. We have issues of unpaid salaries, stalled promotion, teacher shortage, and poor school infrastructure, yet all they care about is politics, one teacher lamented. Another teacher who questioned the appropriateness of the directive said they should be allowed to make their choice without any form of coercion. Politics is a game of interest, and our interest as teachers is to support our choice and one who will make us teachers and education a priority. Why must we be forced to endorse a particular candidate of a political party when we should be allowed to willingly do that on our own? He said. Another teacher described the government as insensitive to the plight of educators, adding that promotions were not regular. Promotions are not regular, no incentive to motivate teachers, and the last minimum wage is yet to be fully implemented. Our schools lack teachers. This had this had presented a situation where one teacher teaches many subjects. The worst of it is that our schools lack basic facilities. The library is just a name with nothing therein, and we lack laboratories, he bemoaned. The directive contained in SEB's circular dated May 18th, 2026, and signed by Board Secretary Prince Lawrence Ayonsa on behalf of the chairman, cited by Vanguard newspaper, was route through the All Nigerian Confederation of Principals of Secondary Schools. The directive it directs principals across the state to attend an endorsement rally scheduled for Wednesday, May 26, 2026, at the West African People's Institute, WAPI, Calabar by 10 a.m. Principals in the Southern Senatorial District are specifically tasked with mobilizing teachers for the event, which the board framed as recognizing the governor's people first impact governance and commendable innovations and far reaching educational policies. What do we make out of this? It's a very long read, but I think I'm
Yeah.
going to stop here for now.
Yeah, trust me, you've already nailed on it. But it is an act of shamelessness, it's an act of total shamelessness, when appointments are given or when people are privileged, to be in leadership positions. The next thing they do not, even with the advent of artificial intelligence that can tell you everything, you don't need to go and ask your secretary to write a particular message for you. You just need to pick up your phone. I understand that a lot of them do not even have good smartphones anyway. But irrespective of that, at least you should have a data. You should charge your phone, just like what is trending when it has to do monetizations of content and all of that. So people don't need to wait for a suit to say, oh, you get to do this. What am I driving at? I think this particular persons should have known that by now. The 2008 edition of the Public Service Rules, stipulates that, in no condition whatsoever, talking about, without express permissions from the government, or offer himself, talking about that states that no officer shall, without or express permissions of the government, offer him or herself or nominate anyone else as candidate for any elective, public office. Additionally, the rules also prohibit public servants from indicating publicly their support or opposition to any party, candidate, or policy, and from engaging in canvassing in support of political candidates. Now, these rules are part of a broader legal framework governing the conduct of public service in Nigeria. They didn't say, oh, in this particular local government or in this state. So it's just an act of shamelessness that people do all of these things.
Okay, we have a call now. Let's
Okay.
take this call. Hello.
Yes, my people.
Good morning,
Mr.
Mr.
Casey on the line.
Good morning, Mr. Casey.
Good morning, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Mr.
Good morning.
Contribute more.
Yeah,
All
go
right, we
ahead.
can hear you. Talk to us.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, Mr. Casey. Talk to us.
You're in my back.
Hello. Okay, please, Mr. Casey, do well to call us right back. 0809 I'll take that again. 0809 You can send an SMS to that number or send a WhatsApp message to that same number, and we'll take it right here on the show. Okay, Mr. Casey is calling us back. Hello, Mr. Casey. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Yes, can you hear us?
Hello. Sorry, I'm hearing myself.
Okay. Can you hear us now, Mr. Casey?
Hello.
Can you hear us now?
Yes.
Amazing. Talk to us.
Okay. Quickly, I will start saying by, among the means of the rest, you should pick one. When it comes to governance and cross river state, Prince Ochu and Donald Duke, you can say this is the best for now. Are you with me?
Okay.
So, and that is why you see the people that I think this is the first time I see my street tied, and all of that. The two administrations have come and gone. So, and what you're doing is showing loving kindness, but
Hello. Hello, Mr. Casey. Are you there? Okay, do well to call us back. 0809 I'll take that again. 0809 You can send an SMS to that number or send a WhatsApp message to that same number, and we'll take it right here on the show. The question we're asking this morning is very simple. If teachers are still battling with unpaid salaries and stalled promotions and even poor infrastructure, should political endorsements even be on the table? Should political endorsements even be on the table when teachers are still battling with stalled promotion, with poor infrastructure, with unpaid salaries? Talk to us this morning, 0809 4444 Okay. Hello, Mr. Casey.
Yes, as I was saying, coming to completion,
Okay.
um, this one that is what we call initial graduate. They are asking people or students or secondary school to mobilize them.
Mm.
This is the way they have subjected us into that reduce us in society too. Because if you go about sharing a food item, what do you expect? This is the kind of thing you expect. If they are putting the basic amenity in place, who get time for all this kind of talk?
Mm.
Are you with me?
Mm.
This is the way the government have subjected us into, reduce us to nothing in society. How can you say that? In fact, if it's a developed country, it's questionable by the law. It's allow people to make their choice and let their leaders. Simple and short. That is the way it should be, and nothing more than that. So that is my contribution this morning. After doing that, making no forget. You can brag some, you cannot brag all. That is it. I rest my case.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
Thing
Mr.
that-
Casey, for calling. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
He made me remember something. We had a particular issue that read that political campaigns are supposed to start like up to 50 days before the elections.
Well,
right?
welcome to Nigeria.
Exactly. And they've been endorsing and endorsing and endorsing. And then
Now,
secondly,
the problem about this endorsement is that you are compelling people. Now, should teachers be compelled to attend the political endorsement rally? Like, should they be compelled to? This thing should be
why
a
are you
voluntary thing.
exactly like the thing about Nigeria has totally taken out the full point of democracy. It's now we usually call it in civic education demon crazy. Because how would you coerce people to attend your rallies and your political endorsements and everything? Meanwhile, we all have the freedom to our own franchise and to vote in who we think is best for who we think is best to lead us. Now, you are even doing it when you have not satisfied the set of individuals. And the funny thing is, one thing I've seen is that they feel like once they give this certain amount of these goods and everything, they've solved the problem. And they're not thinking of the fact that these certain individuals that you're trying to coerce are not comfortable. Some of them have not, like the story is reading, some have not been paid salaries, some have still store promotions, poor infrastructure. I mean, I've gone to some
Some of them are
I've
not
gone
even
to some
the
primary
whole minimum wage thing has not been
that's not
implemented.
implemented. I've gone to some primary and secondary schools in some parts of Cross Rivers, in some parts of Calabar, and you wonder how a teacher would stand and teach students. That's it. You wonder how a teacher would stand and teach students. And then funny is that this teacher is trying to impact knowledge, but because of the fact that these students are not in a comfortable environment, they are stressed more to be able to understand these children. So they are only going through a lot of people that feel like some people's jobs are not important or some people's jobs are easy to do. I literally pity for you because everybody has what they're doing.
So-
and we have this thing where they feel like, okay, because these certain individuals are not doing much.
How are they
you
not
end
doing?
up
How
doing
is
these
teaching?
things.
How is
How is
impacting
teaching
knowledge
not much? You
not
understand?
doing
Because I feel
much?
like if they see their jobs as important, if they know that they went through teachers, credible teachers to be where they are, they would prioritize their comfortability first before doing all this things that they're doing.
Okay,
You're just worried
then
about that.
when you
Why not
finish-
talk about professors who allegedly mutilate election results to favor some certain candidates simply because allegedly some kind of funds were actually released? Also, are you talking about people who have gone to primary school, secondary school, done
Let's
their
take-
masters,
let's take-
PhD, and yet are still
doing it.
mutilating election results? What difference does it make?
Well, let's take a few text messages here. We
Okay.
have this from Stella from Mount Zion. She
Okay.
says, as a teacher, nobody needs to tell me who to support. Fix my classroom, fix my salary, fix my promotion.
Simple.
Then
Yes.
maybe I'll consider your second term message. But forcing us, that's not leadership. This one again is from Andrew. Andrew's texting from Afukan. I have taught in this state for 14 years. My lab has no equipment, my library is empty, and my salary comes late. How can anyone expect me to leave all that and go and clap for a political
Do you understand? So a lot of Nigerians know what they are really going through on daily basis. So you shouldn't just wake up from nowhere and tell people to come and endorse simply because I saw some buses yesterday with tubers of yam and cups of rice, being packaged somewhere. Well, I don't really want to believe that these are going. So if teachers at some point in time would be subdued to such kind of calamity, tell me how much more there are people, how much more parents who are not educated up to the level we expect these people to be. We wake up in the morning and you tell somebody that, okay, I have not been paid for a couple of months, I have not been treated well. In fact, if you see where most of them are staying, you will pity, and that's why lots of persons, look at us teachers as if we don't know what we are doing. It's
And
just
the thing
sad
is,
and pathetic.
these teachers that came out to speak, they decided to be anonymous because they are also scared for their lives. That
And
their
their jobs,
identity is out
that is
there,
it.
they might lose their jobs, and
Yeah.
that's very bad. That's very, very, very bad.
And
It's very
tell
easy
me
at
how
the
a
end
lot
the
of
day.
persons will be so bold enough to walk around radio stations in the town, to defend why these teachers should be allowed, to endorse. You'll see it. It will trend. Yeah, that is Nigerian for you
At the
today.
end of the day, they have the liberty to make whatever choice that they want to make. They
Yeah.
have the right to make a choice that they want to make. They shouldn't be, coerced to support a particular candidate or endorse a particular candidate. They should be able to make these choices by themselves. They shouldn't have external influence on their choices at the end of the day. That is democracy at the end of the day.
If you are actually practicing it, we should actually practice it well. And so this it's now turning into autocracy at the end of the day, and it's saddening to actually see.
Well, that's how much can take on the conversation of the day. We're going back to the music, or we're going on a break. When we come back, we're going to move straight to the quote of the day segment. And take on the morning bus show today. It has been a lot. It's been a
Yeah.
lot, a whole lot. But one thing you should take out from this show today is the fact that you have the right to make whatever choice that you want to make. Nobody should force you to make or vote for a particular political leader. You should be the one to make this choice so that tomorrow, when it backfires, you are the one facing the consequences of your own actions. But before we go, we'll leave you with the quote of the day, just a little something to, ensure that you have a good day today. So, Sharon, what do we have today?
The quote of the day is: today is a page. Write something you'll be proud to read back. Today is a page. Write something you'll be proud to read back. I mean, everything is flowing at this point. Today is a page. If you've not registered for your voter's card, please go and register. See, today is that page. You'll be proud. Do something that you'll be proud to read the book later on. We said before here that whatever decisions you make now would affect to either make or mar your future. People that think nothing coming for you, because whatever you do, whatever thing you decide to do, will definitely affect you in future. Now, what decision will you make that would make you proud of your future later on in life? You should be looking out for. Keep a positive mindset as much as possible. Make the most out of your day. Make the most out of your money. I mean, you've already started with us, so your morning is good to go. You've already started with us.
Amazing. And
Have a nice
just to
day.
reiterate that you
Yeah.
should go out, and if you've not done your voter registration, ensure that you go out today and get it done. You have from now till August.
Yeah.
So ensure that you utilize this window and get your voter registration done. Well. This is much you can do today. So we come away again tomorrow, same time, same station. To ensure that you smile all through the day. To ensure that you have a good day today, and ensure that you work constantly to become the best version of yourself. I will leave you in the hands of Simi. This one says, "Smile for me." My name is Ryan Henshaw, signing out. Good morning.